Back with another episode of Joe vs. Joe. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're back from our bye week.
We took a bye week last week.
Yes, we took a bye. We needed our rest, so it was still an exciting game.
Football teams can take a bye week. Why can't we?
Why can't we? So we took our bye week. Thank you so much for reaching out, those that were curious. So sorry we didn't announce it very well, but we took a bye week. Thank you so much. But also, real quick, before we dive into this week's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like, subscribe. Where can you follow us, Jordan?
Joe vs. Joe, JOVSJOE. Please follow us.
Please give us a follow. We appreciate all of the support that we've had, and just thank you. This is all about Joe vs. Joe and the crowd. So thank you so much. Make sure also send in your picks for this week. We got a doozy for a game of the week this week. We need your score prediction and your winner. You can send it into our Instagram, or you can send it in the comments, or however you can get this get the score, your prediction to us. That'll do. We'll take it. We don't care. But yeah, we do have to give a little follow up to not the games that happened
this
past Saturday, but
week 7.
We have 2 that we want to follow up on.
Yeah, 2, because they were absolutely crazy games. You want to take the
first one?
Yeah, so the first one was USC. They were number 7 at the time. Number 7 USC at number 20 Utah. Absolutely insane game. We were there. It was the craziest game to be at.
And if you liked offense and drama, this was your kind of game.
Which, I mean, who doesn't like offense and drama? Like, let's be real.
It was so fun.
It was crazy. Honestly, USC looked dominant the entire game until the last 48 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, and it was crazy. It came down. Utah was behind by a touchdown, and it came down to the literally last seconds. It was 4th and 1, and like 4th and goal. Utah had to score or they were going to lose, honestly. They ended up scoring a touchdown right there. They went for 2 instead of kicking the extra point. Cam Rising, the good old Cam Rising he snuck right in there, got the 2-point conversion, and that won us the game.
I got emotional.
It was absolutely electric. Such a crazy game to be at. Utah only led for 48 seconds of the game. It just so happened to be the most important 48 seconds.
All eternity, Utah will lead for that game. I love it. Oh, it's so great. What a game. Second game we want to give a follow-up to was number 3, Alabama at number 6, Tennessee. This was an obvious game to watch. And, wow, it lived up to the hype. Went down again to the wire. Alabama messing up clock management, I swear. I don't know what they were doing. Kicks a field goal with 30 seconds left and misses, which was surprising. The kicker did fairly well in the game. And then Tennessee throws a pass down the field and is able to squeak a field goal in as time ran out. Honestly, in Rocky Top, Tennessee, it was pandemonium. Everyone went crazy.
After party was insane. They took down the field goal post.
You couldn't see the field.
No.
It was crazy.
They took down the field goal post. They dropped them in the river nearby. It was absolutely
Tennessee
insane to see.
Was so happy and so ready to win.
And it was
the
first time they won in over 15 years or something.
But I will say, here's the thing. Tennessee, you're undefeated, but the road does not get easier, nor can we count out Alabama yet.
Yeah,
so,
because let's remember, Tennessee is in the SEC East, which means they have to play Georgia to even get to the conference championship game. Georgia is ranked number 1 right now. So that's a very tough matchup. That will be an insane game. They both can't be in the conference championship game. Alabama, on the other hand, for Alabama, it's a decently easy road ahead.
Yeah. Anyone else,
it'd be hard. But for Alabama, it's a decently easy road to the conference championship game. So honestly, can't count Tennessee in and can't count Alabama out.
That's right.
Also, but I am disappointed in Alabama. And Alabama, I'm struggling with you so hard because I get whipped cream in the face because I have faith in you.
Wow. Honestly, never would I have thought betting against the Tide would have worked out in my favor. Never would have thought that. And never would I
against betting for the Tide would not work in my favor.
So good. You know what?
I have some beef with you, Alabama.
You're going to win this season, most likely.
I don't know. And this was his comeback.
I will say.
He actually said Utah would beat USC, and I did not. Obviously, I'm very happy to be wrong with that, so I'm not too hurt. But he did make a bit of a comeback that week.
Yes, I did, and you get some whipped cream in the face this
there
week.
You go.
That'll be great. Anyway, also
stay tuned for the end of this episode.
Big time excitement here. I don't know if we announced it or not. We couldn't remember, but Colorado, the Buffs, won a game.
Yay!
And the fans rushed the field.
I know. Could you imagine being 0-6 or whatever, and then finally getting a win and rushing the field because you actually won a game?
The thing is, might as well. They won in overtime. It was an interjet game. They had a wideout going on. Might as well rush the field. Good for you, Colorado.
Cal
Love it.
At home. So fun. Good for you, Buffs. There are now no more winless teams in college football.
So proud of you.
So we'll probably stop following them.
So let's
go Buffs.
Well, that segment kind of ends. Yeah. But congrats, Buffs. So proud. With that, though, let's go into the 5 games that we were going to follow just this past week. And
we still did post on Instagram. So these are the 5 games we posted on Instagram about.
Oh, and the game of the week last week, Johnny, you were our winner. Congrats. The week before, not this week, but
the Alabama-Tennessee. Oh wait, was that our game of the week?
Yeah. So sorry. It was Penn State, Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Penn State, Michigan. Right. Johnny, you were our winner. Thank you so much for submitting. Thank you, Johnny. And we appreciate you. And you were our winner that week. But there's your shout out. Then this week, our first game of the week, we had number 14 Syracuse at number 5 Clemson. Clemson struggled hard.
In fact, at halftime, Syracuse was up 21-10.
And oh man, and it just
and then they didn't score again.
I thought Clemson had it. I thought Syracuse had it. I'm so sorry. But man, Clemson, you know, they are a tough team. They're a good team. I don't know what to do with you though. Do I put you in a playoff team talk or do I not? Don't know.
I just don't think they're as good as the other 4.
No.
Even the 6. Well, because Alabama's 6 now. I don't even think Clemson's as good as Tennessee.
No, definitely not. I think Alabama would roll over Clemson.
Me too. So that's why I'm thinking they might get to the playoffs just because of they're probably going to be the ACC champs and they'll probably go undefeated. But I don't think they necessarily are the better team.
Yeah. But we both got that one right, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we both chose Clemson, and that was exciting. Good for us.
The next game was number 17 Kansas State at number 8 TCU. Dang, TCU is holding strong.
Wow.
They are still undefeated. Good for you, TCU. Honestly, I don't think anyone really saw it coming, but good for you. They are now leading the race hard for the Big 12 championship game. They are the only undefeated team left in the Big 12, both conference and non-conference.
If they run the table, they might
need.
I mean, they're college football playoff talk.
Yeah, for sure. They have to be, and so that's really cool for them. Kansas State does only have 1 loss in conference, so you can't count them out yet of the conference championship game. So really interesting game. TCU did pull it, and it was at TCU, so you have to take that into consideration as well. So I guess we'll see, but TCU is looking like the top dog.
The Horned Frogs. What a fun mascot name.
It is a fun mascot.
Great stuff. Then we have number 7 Ole Miss at LSU. I did not see this one. Well, I just didn't. I have not had faith in LSU this year. Don't know why. But I kind of have. I like Ole Miss.
I like Ole Miss.
And I just thought they were gonna win it. They've been undefeated. They had me fooled. LSU ended up coming out on top. It was at LSU.
It was at LSU. But here's the thing. I think people are underestimating how good LSU actually is. They've only had 2 losses, and both of the losses were actually it was Florida State first game of the season, so that's just hard.
And then Tennessee.
And then Tennessee at Tennessee.
No, it was at LSU.
Oh,
it was at LSU.
But Tennessee just beat Alabama. So, 2 pretty good losses. And so we can't really count LSU out. And actually, they're right in there with Alabama in the race for the SEC West.
They are.
They've lost to the same team. And other than that, they have not lost in conference. So.
Yeah. It will be very
That'd be crazy if LSU ends up sneaking in there.
What the...
That'd be weird. And I'm pretty sure the Alabama-LSU game is at LSU. I'm pretty sure.
Why don't you double check that?
I'll fact check that.
With that though, while you check that, I'm just gonna go with the next game. Get that out of the way. We had number 20 Texas at Oklahoma State. This was a battle. Let me tell you.
It is at LSU.
It is at LSU.
So that's
My wife.
crazy.
Look at you. That is crazy.
November 5th. Mark your calendars. That'll be
calendars.
interesting.
That's going to be a day. Anyway, we had Texas at Oklahoma State. What a battle it was. It was back and forth, pure offense, and then all of a sudden defense. And you never know what to do.
And Texas was
typical
winning
Big 12 game,
the whole
honestly.
game. Yeah.
Texas was winning the whole game, but then Oklahoma State just absolutely dominated the very end. And
Very
that's when you
end,
need to
yeah.
dominate anyway. So very good of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, you were looking sharp. You're looking good. And
Honestly, if I picked right
impressive.
now, I would think it would be Oklahoma State TCU in
what a
the Big
juicy
12
matchup. Oof,
championship
That'd
game.
be exciting.
Calling it now.
Oh, so fun.
But Texas will be so good next year. Like, honestly,
Give them 2 years?
They'll be so good. Except for they will be in the SEC by then.
Still,
So that will be scary.
They went toe-to-toe with Alabama. I think
It's
they're
true.
going to be fine. It's
true.
Oklahoma
and their
you should be worried
quarterback
about.
is finally back. But it's just crazy. Texas, every single year, or they've said, okay, this is our year. This is our year. I'm finally starting to believe them.
I'm believing that next year is their year.
Next year is their year.
And especially in 2.
Okay. Our game of the week last week was UCLA, number 9 UCLA at number 10 Oregon. Such an interesting game. Oh, also both of us picked Texas for that last game, and Texas did not win. So there you go. Anyway, UCLA at Oregon. Chip Kelly back in his old stomping grounds.
And I didn't even think about it until the game started.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. This
So
is funny.
crazy. But he unfortunately could not show up. I'm going to say Dan Lanning is really doing a good job at Oregon. This is only his first season. He's the youngest college football coach
36
ever
years
at
old.
36 years old. He is on fire. I think everyone had their doubts after Oregon got blown out by Georgia the first game of the season.
Everybody's going to get blown out by Georgia.
And here's the thing. That was his first game as the coach. They had a new quarterback, tons of new players, new system. And Georgia was Georgia. They had they were set.
Yeah, what are you going to do? That was a tall task
honestly,
to take on.
you can't beat them. And it was in Atlanta too. Whatever. But I just think I think Oregon is the one to beat right now in the Pac-12. I think they are looking on fire, just so good. They dominated UCLA. They looked like the dominant team from the very beginning and carried it out throughout the entire game. Honestly, they put UCLA in their place. They said, we're the number 1 team in the Pac-12.
Yep. They won time of possession. They kept the ball out of UCLA's.
Oh, and can we talk about that onside kick?
Yeah.
Oregon did an onside kick in the first quarter.
They were up 14-7, and then they got the ball, and then they scored a touchdown.
First half they did, yeah.
7.
First half. I think it was their first quarter.
No, it was the first half. I don't know
exactly. First half for sure, though. Onside kicked it because, why not? And got it. And got a touchdown out of it.
But what Oregon did the best is they kept the ball out of UCLA's strength, and that was their offense. And they would have slow, long, methodical drives that would end in a touchdown and just completely knockout punch
and Bo
for
Nix
UCLA.
is looking so good.
He is.
Honestly, this is the Bo Nix that Auburn wanted.
Yeah. And with that, though, we had a winner for our game of the week, and it was Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for submitting your score and your prediction. We appreciate it very much. And please, everybody, we're thankful for all the submissions we get for the games of the week. Submit the games of the week predictions, and we'll give you a shout out and $1 will be coming your way. But thank you, Alex. We appreciate it so much. Now, Jordan, this week we've got interesting games. I don't know if they're as juicy as weeks past. However,
they're still
big implications for obviously college football playoff and
conference
rankings.
Championship games.
Yeah, big time. First game, honestly, is the definition of it. We've got number 9, Oklahoma State, coming off a big win against Texas at Kansas State. Kansas State is always destined and ready for an upset.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy.
And these are the 2 teams that are in second place. They're tied for second place right now in the Big 12. So the winner of this game is now the second front runner to go into the Big 12 championship game. So this is a big, big game for both teams.
Here's my prediction. Teams go to Kansas State, and they go there to die. That didn't roll off my tongue. They go there to die. There you go. Kansas State is going to win this game.
I'm going to say Oregon. Yeah, Oregon.
We're all over the place today.
Oklahoma State is. I'm going to say Oklahoma State.
Juicy. Is this our whipped cream game? Maybe. Let's see how we do.
See.
All right. We have number 19 Kentucky at number 3 Tennessee.
Here's the thing. If Kentucky's going to come back and try to like make a comeback this season at all, this is the game to do it. But I do think Tennessee is going to win.
What would happen to the SEC if Kentucky wins this game? It's just
insane.
Oh my word. I'm going with the folks from Rocky Top, Tennessee. We're going with Tennessee, and I think they're going to win big.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we have Florida versus number 1 Georgia. This is at a neutral site like it always is, which I think is stupid, but they don't care about my opinion. Anyway, it's hard to bet against Georgia. Florida has been so hot and cold this season. Decent one week, loses to whatever the next week. Georgia. How do you bet against Georgia too? So, Georgia.
I will say this might be Georgia's one of their toughest. I don't know if it's been their. I don't know if it will be their toughest.
And it's a rivalry.
But so
game.
far, I think it's going to be their toughest matchup. Georgia shows up when it's a big time game. Mm-hmm. Georgia is going to win. Florida will give a fight. I think it'll be interesting, but Georgia's going to win big. Next, we have number 15 Ole Miss at unranked Texas A&M.
Texas A&M has struggled.
Texas A&M, you're in the new Texas. Every year is your year. Sorry.
But this year they've struggled, I feel like, more than even other years.
Yeah. It's been very interesting to see Texas A&M kind of struggle. But Ole Miss, coming off a loss, they might have gotten a wake-up call that they need to play better and play harder. I don't know. Texas A&M. I'm going to go Texas A&M. Feeling good. Ole Miss is going to have 2 losses after this week.
And Texas A&M is coming off of a loss too. They just lost to South Carolina. Actually they have 3 losses in a row now. Because they lost to South Carolina, they lost to Alabama the week before, and then they lost to Mississippi State the week before.
Yikes.
Dang, Texas A&M, you are not doing too well this season.
I think Texas A&M wins.
I think they'll finally whip it into shape, and I think that they'll win.
They'll get back on track this week. Okay. Do you want to announce our game of the week?
Our game of the week this week is number 2 Ohio State at number 13 Penn State.
We are Penn State. It'll be great.
The thing that makes this interesting is it is at Penn State. Penn State also looked so good against Minnesota this last week when they played. At Minnesota home. Has been decent this year, but gosh, Penn State did not make them look that way. Mm-mm. And I think Penn State was also mad because the week before that, they kind of got embarrassed against Michigan.
Kind of.
Yeah. I'm trying to, ease the blow.
There you go. Well,
but they did get embarrassed.
Penn State plays well at home. They especially play well at home when it's a big game and the crowd is millions of people. It almost feels like it's 110,000, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But it's so loud there. And, this will kind of be Ohio State's first big test.
For sure.
And Penn State, if you really want to keep yourself on track for maybe something bigger, this is your time. You've got to win this game. I think it's going to be a big time game. I'm wearing the Penn State shirt, and I love Penn State, but I'm definitely going to go with the Buckeyes this week. Buckeyes are going to win, and I think they're going to win big.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's also hard to go against Ohio State right now.
They're just so smooth with it.
I'm going to go with the Buckeyes as well.
Yep.
So I guess that means our whipped cream game is Oklahoma State, Kansas State. So the winner of that game will get to shove whipped cream in the other one's face. So please don't disappoint me, Cowboys.
Go Wildcats. It'll be great. And with that, let's go right into Jordan's quick picks.
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay, so the quick picks, just a reminder, that is when we go through the rest of the top 25 games of this week. Okay, so let's get it started. First, we have Virginia Tech at number 24, NC State. NC State. Next, we have number 14, Utah at Washington State. I feel like I jinx this every time. You know what? I'm just gonna go Washington State because I said USC and Utah won. I said UCLA and UCLA, or I said Utah and then UCLA won. So I'm gonna just go for Washington.
I see the trend. Did I say Utah over USC?
Yes.
Okay. Utah over Washington State.
There we go. I'm hoping he's right. Okay.
Oh, man.
Next, we have number 7, TCU at West Virginia.
TCU.
Yeah, TCU for sure. Next, we have Notre Dame at number 16, Syracuse. Interesting game. Notre Dame's looked a little bit better recently.
I say Notre Dame. No. I say Notre Dame.
I'm going to say Syracuse.
Okay.
Syracuse.
That's fine.
Okay. Next, number 8, Oregon at Cal. Oregon. Number 10, Wake Forest at Louisville. Wake Forest.
Wake Forest looks good. I like their quarterback. Don't know his name, but I like him. I think he's good.
So Wake Forest?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 17, Illinois at Nebraska. Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Illinois is actually
They're
having
having
year.
a great year. They're 6-1.
Yeah.
Good for you. Number 20, Cincinnati at UCF.
This is a fun matchup
That
for
is
them.
a fun matchup. I'm going to go UCF.
I want UCF. I'm still coming at you, Cincinnati.
He's mad for last
Still coming
year.
at you. Let's go. Anyway.
So UCF?
Yeah.
Okay. Missouri at number 25, South Carolina. I'm going to go South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But Missouri's not the easiest team this year.
No, they're giving people fights.
They are.
It's interesting.
Number 10, USC at Arizona.
USC.
Michigan State at number 4, Michigan. Number 15. Is that one of our games on? No. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Pitt at number 21, North Carolina. UNC. Stanford at number 12, UCLA. They're going to be mad. Well, there you have it. That is our show.
No, it's not. It's not. We got a little bit more left. Oh,
Of course he remembered. Okay. Let's do it. Here, wait.
Here we go.
Here
we go.
Don't want to get my Ohio State shirt all dirty.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, whoa, it got me a little bit.
And it got your computer.
Oh, nuts.
Joke's on you.
That's okay. It's all right. I'm not too worried about it. Life is good. Okay, zoom out. Give us a good angle. Okay, Jordan, are you ready? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, boom, and then that's what I'm going to do. You ready?
He's so nice.
I know. That's what you did to me. Okay. 1, 2.
Just do it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Did it. In your face. Okay, and Jordan, send us off.
Well, thank you. Please subscribe, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.